What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Real Hernando, presented to you by Thrive Entertainment and SRP Studios Podcasting. This is your front row seat to the people, businesses, and stories shaping Hernando and DeSoto County. Catch us everywhere you watch and listen: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I am your host, Derrick, and today we're spotlighting Dr. Vivian Lowe and Melinda Winchester from Aftrglo Medical Aesthetics. Aftrglo is a physician-led beauty and wellness spa focused on real results, like the Real Hernando, right? Through expert care and not trends, specializing in injectables, laser treatments, medical-grade skincare, HRT, and peptide therapy. Aftrglo offers personalized treatments designed to help clients look and feel their best. With a luxury experience rooted in consistency, expertise, and confidence-building care, Aftrglo helps every client feel comfortable in their own skin. Back to the show, we have Vivian and Melinda. How are you?
Great.
What's going on?
Great.
So they have been on the show way back when the podcast was a little baby, before we had a studio. And I came to y'all's office, and we sat in some comfy chairs and told your story, Vivian, about how you started this whole thing. And I want to touch on those things again, too. Yeah. But if y'all want to go into the archives at therealhernando.com, you can find that original interview. Because now I want to bring y'all back and get some updates. And what's new, what's going on. And then I'm calling Melinda to set this all up. And I was like, do you want to be on the show? She's like, yes, I love a microphone. Absolutely. I was like, then you need to be on the podcast too. So welcome to the studio and now doing another proper interview with you all. It's good seeing y'all again.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. What they don't know, the watchers, the viewers and listeners, is we just talked for like 30 minutes. so now I have to pretend I'm just seeing you again for the first time.
We solved all the ills of the world.
That's
now
right.
Already.
All the problems solved. Yeah. So. Well, let's talk Aftrglo and what's new. Where are we at now in terms of some of the new stuff that you're offering?
So we're 5 years old this year. This year we'll be 5. We're still doing all the things that we were doing before. Your injectables, your Botox, your fillers. We still have our laser. We have now microneedling. We have Morpheus, microneedling. We have added on an esthetician because we were getting a lot of calls about facials and dermaplaning, and I think I said it in the original, the first episode, that I was like, dude, I did not go to medical school to put cucumber on someone's face, and I was like, we are not going to do that.
I can do that on my own.
And here we are doing that.
We are.
I mean, cucumbers are more expensive now, but hey, I can still handle that.
But here we are, and we hire Alana, who is she's great at what she does. Awesome. So we hire somebody who puts cucumber on someone's face, and she's great. So like all the stuff that comes with it, like dermaplaning, waxing, lash lift, tinting, chemical peels, she does all of that in our clinic, and as usual, it took us a while to find the right person for us, because I always say that we're not difficult, but we're just what's the right word? We just want to find the right fit.
We have to have a fit. Yes.
Yeah, we're not about quantity. We want quality. So we would rather run short or not have it for a while until we find the right person. And we found it in Alana.
That's key. That's key. Yeah. I should mention y'all are right here in Hernando.
We are right here in Hernando.
On Monteith.
On Monteith.
And Aftrglo.com. It's Aftrglo.
Yes, we're French.
It's French, just like my last name.
Aftrglo.
Aftrglo. No, Aftrglohernando.com. 662-403-4561. And when you call them, you're going to get Melinda here.
Right on the phone.
Yes. It's funny because I call, and I'm like, that sounded like a pre-recording. And then you said you're hello, and I'm like, there was silence. I'm like, hello? I didn't know if I was to leave a message.
Voice.
And she's like, hello, this is Melinda. I was like, oh my God, it's Derrick. Oh, how are you doing? Yeah. I'm like, I thought you were recording. She's like, everyone tells me that.
And to be honest, that's the old school thing that we can't let go of, right? Every day we have company that are like, hey, you can automate all of this. You can automate this. No. You can have someone that calls. You can have someone make an appointment. They can make an appointment at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we want humans.
Yeah, so that's kind of how, that's something we can't let go.
No.
And
that's part of our business is the personal touch.
Yeah.
And if you take that out, then it's...
And Vivian, as you said, it's all about the people and who you bring in. Well, Melinda, you've been there since day one, right?
Since day one. Sabrina's still there.
Sabrina's still...
What else? We haven't added.
So you hit a home run with these people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like we haven't added any new people besides Alana.
Right.
And
right.
then like we have estheticians now. We have we started a hormone replacement therapy less than a year ago. We we again with that we want to find the right partner. Like I could have taken all these classes in Texas and like all of these things and I just wanted to find the right partner, and we found the right partners with Revive MD. We are their exclusive partner here in Hernando. So like they are started by physicians. So Dr. Griffin and Dr. Scott, like I'll tag them. They would love this. and we started with them and we found the right partner in them. We wanted to make sure that we had the same vision, like everything is personalized, everything is tailored. Because I do think that, now that they lifted the regulation on hormone replacement therapy, all the stuff with testosterone and all estrogen with women, that it's time for us to wake up. Like let's live a better life. Let's, figure out how we can all do that together. Right. I really feel like that's another thing. Like I feel like the government was holding all the women back because they know that we are that strong and we are that.
How dare they?
So we've added that on, and then this year we're tackling, just kind of continue to expand our wellness branch, which is our peptides. Like literally having real conversation about peptide therapy that people are already taking. Right.
So what is peptide therapy?
So peptides are like little bitty, I always call it like little messages, text messages that cells can send to each other, right? Like some of the peptides that are well known are like your insulin. Insulin is a peptide. Okay. Like it tells your body exactly what to do with the glucose that you're eating.
It regulates.
Exactly. Yeah. So all these little peptides that therapy they each have these specific messages, right? Just not a lot of human studies with them, so we don't really know, like, do they really work in humans? They have shown to work in rats and animal models, but there's just not a lot of research in humans to say that, hey, this peptide's like, for instance, BPC 157 tells your body to repair tendons and repair joints, right? A lot of people are on them. Now, it have shown to prove that in animal models, but not in human. But hopefully with like the release by RFK Jr., our Secretary of Health, he released this list of peptides that he's taken off of Category 2, which means that more studies can be done about them, more research. The flip side of that is everybody is already taking these peptides, right, without any sort of supervision, buying it off of whatever website, right, TikTok, Temu, whatever, and injecting it in their body. They don't know where the source is. Yeah. They don't know how pure these products are.
I mean, that's Russian roulette, right?
Yes, exactly. Definitely. Like, as a matter of fact, I was going to make a reel today. Like, I saw a post from a girl who she was taking peptides that she was buying. She thought it was going to be great. She ended up going into anaphylactic shock and having to call an ambulance.
That's not good. That's defeating the purpose.
Right. So that's why we want to make sure that, like, if people are doing these peptides, like, you have someone that you can talk to about being on these peptide therapy. Hey, let's do it the proper way. Let's check your labs, make sure that it's not something else. Like, what if your glucose is out of whack? What if you really have diabetes and you just never knew? Right. Yeah. And then now you're taking these peptides, they're not really helping anything.
You get a panel done so you have a baseline.
Right. Yeah. Your liver enzymes, people that are taking all these GHK, right, copper, that's supposed to be anti-aging, great for your skin. What if they have terrible liver function? What if they have Wilson's disease, which is a disease that you can have that's directly related to copper, and now you're adding copper to your body? Right.
Yeah,
what if you don't? Right. What if you don't know any of those things? Right. Yeah. Like, hey, you feel down and out, so you're going to take a bunch of NAD because it's supposed to give me energy, but it's really because your testosterone is zero.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So I think it's a combination of all of those things, and that's what we're trying to provide in our clinic. Is that we want to expand into, not only do we want to make you look great on the outside, right? We want to make sure that you feel good on the inside. We want to make sure that you are kind of anti-aging from the inside out, instead of going the other way, right?
I'll take all of it, please.
Well, from the beginning, when we first looked at this and Vivian was, had her vision, she always wanted it to be beauty and wellness.
Sure.
Because they go hand in hand. And like she said, if you come from the inside out, just what you're doing for the inside is going to show on the outside, and then we can tweak. They can tweak
and
the rest of it.
as being proactive, so
Yes,
your outside won't age, as quickly, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Instead of waiting till it's aged. All right, now let's try to reverse the clock a little bit.
Right. And it's just like, years ago, doctors smoked all the time. And,
I know, isn't that crazy? In the office,
Yes.
too.
Now they're talking to you. You should stop smoking. You should.
Actually, my mother's, I guess, OBGYN told her after her first child was born, if you smoke, it'll help you keep your weight down.
Isn't that crazy?
What? Yeah. And so then they, years later, you get wrinkles on your face. That's the effects of all that smoke over the years. Your lungs are messed up. You got bad wrinkles.
Yeah.
We got the lines we try to fix from all that smoking. You got to start inside.
And I think it should be the other way around, right? The saying is always that, like, hey, if you look good, you feel good.
Right.
I think it should be if you feel good, you will look good.
Right.
Exactly.
Because
the dress for success thing. I agree with that. When you put on a suit coat or you dress up for a special event, you're like, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't change.
It doesn't change anything.
Like you
have
still
to have. You
feel,
have to have the skills.
I'm still tired.
Yeah.
Why do I have no energy?
Yeah.
I feel like a boss.
have this coat on.
I feel like a boss right now, but man, I'm miserable still.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I think that we should really change that way of saying, like, hey, I think if you feel good, you will look good.
And I can attest to this, mental health.
Absolutely.
The physical feeds the mental.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's
it goes both ways too, but really though, if you eat like I do, garbage food sometimes, then my mindset goes to the wayside as well.
Right.
Because I feel miserable.
Right.
And we haven't changed that from day one. Like we have patient that comes in and do impulse buy, right? Like, hey, I'm going through this really bad patch in my life. I need to do something to my face. Hey, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I just got a divorce. I need to do something to my face. And I am always like, we're going to wait. Right? Because how you feel now might not be, you're not at your best. So regardless what we tweak on the outside, it's not going to, I don't really,
and it will feel empty probably.
exactly.
Yes.
So
Maybe
I
that
just
night be
rather-
like, oh, this is great. And the next day, wow, my problems are still here.
Well, I just rather not do that. For me, I'm always like, hey, I rather deal with the problem, regardless how ugly the issue is right in front of me right now, than to kind of come back and be reactive later. I'd rather be proactive about it and be like, hey, you're not at your best right now. You can, they cry it out and tell us all their problems. And we do that.
You need to partner with a therapist.
I have a therapy certificate at my desk.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
There you go. Now people are just going to be calling for you.
They hear me
Hey,
up
Melinda, I'm dealing with this loss.
That's
and-
what's make us so different. I think that it's like, hey, when they're it's a safe space.
Right.
Like most of our clients are women. They go through a lot. And when they come to us, they talk it out. And they're like, so I really wanted to get this filler down. And I'm like, look, I think that you don't need this right now. We can think about that later. All these other issues that you have that you came in today feeling bad about, I want you to work on those things first.
It's true. It's true. It's so true.
Yeah. That first year, we were just starting out, and it was just Dr. Lowe, Sabrina, and me. And I'm the non-medical one, so I'm up front. I'm the business end. And, we weren't as busy then as we are now. A lady came in. Well, she called, and she came in, wanted to come in that day and get filler. And so I'm excited, because we got this lady coming in. Let's get her some, we're going to get some. Vivian comes out and she goes, we're not going to do this today. Apparently, she told Vivian that, she had gone through a bad breakup. He had left her for this younger person, and she was crying and crying. And I'm going, well, let's just go on and do a little. We're okay with that.
We're going to keep this place open. We've only been here for a month.
But out of that, the respect for, I'm in the right place because
You have their best interest.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what we should do. Like,
Right.
I mean, I feel like that's what for me as a physician, that's like number one, right?
Yeah.
Like, do no harm.
And it could be
Your
easy.
patient comes first.
It could be easy for you to build it up and be like, oh, this is going to make you feel amazing.
Exactly.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Right.
And feed
And
into it.
that's not who we are.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, like, I feel like it's really true, right? Like, if you kind of test something, like you kind of touch on the dark side, it could be a slippery slope. And that's why we've always hold true. Do the right thing for the patient. So at the end of the day, no matter what happened, we did the right thing, right? Like, I mean, no matter what, we're going to overthink it. That's just who we are.
We are.
That's just who we are. We're going to overthink every situation that we're in. But at the end of the day, for me, like, my sense of peace when I go home, knowing that I did the right thing for the right person, for me, that's worth millions.
Yeah. And that's what will keep them coming back because they trust you.
Exactly.
You know, the people buy people.
And
We
they
say
know.
that a
They're
million
like, hey, I
times.
want to come in and ask you because I'm thinking about doing this. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to help you. Like, we're not going to sell you that. And if anyone tried to sell you that, it's not going to do what you want it to do. And I think we've all have been very honest with that.
Yes.
And I think you're right. That's what keeps people coming back because they know that I'm not going to sell them something just because I need to hit the quota for the month.
Yeah.
And I think they understand we care and sometimes too much, you know.
Yeah.
But we build relationships. We get involved with what's going on in their life. And the next time they come in, you know, I hear Dr. Lowe constantly, now, how's your husband doing? You told me he was this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
That keeps them coming back. And that does separate us from competition, wherever that is, because it's not a cattle call. We're not trying to get as many patients in the day. I mean, there are times where I've got 2 patients waiting in rooms and I'm like, come on, you've got somebody else. But
Right, but
she's
I'm
going
going
to
to cut
spend
them
whatever
off,
time.
you know, like
Yeah.
someone comes in, I mean, regardless, sometimes, I mean, some of those sessions, I'm like, what am I going to charge them for? Right? I didn't do anything, right? But it's just a matter of listening. And I think that that's what's kind of getting away from healthcare is that, like, you know, you always feel like that there's not enough time, but your patients deserve that time.
Right.
Your patients deserve that time to be. You know, they made an appointment, regardless if I'm going to charge them or not, that's on me. But they have made the commitment to come and see you and they have an issue and they want to talk about it. And, like, you know, you can shave time off of someone else who is a little bit easier for the day, but actually spend more time with this one person. And that's how, and honestly, that's how I feel like our community is, right? Like, our community should have that feel, and I feel like that our community have that feel where, like, if I'm going somewhere, I'm always seeing someone that I know, saying hi, you know, hey, you know, my children go to their school with their children, hey, you know,
for sure.
and then now with social media, you know, when someone is going through, you know, and for me, like,
We know everything. 'Cause
Yeah,
of social
everything,
media.
right?
everything about everyone.
but I do think that that's for me, like, I'm like, man, that's what our community is about. Like, you know, I'm never going to know that when I'm going to be in that position where I might need a little bit of help or where I might need someone to listen to me for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
I for whatever reason, through my young adulthood, I never felt like I had a doctor that listened.
Right.
It was always quick,
Right.
just
and out.
in and out,
Right.
you know, and I'm having this, and this. Oh, it's just that. And I'm
Right.
like being flip about it. And
Yeah.
it turned me off
Yeah.
Yes.
to the point where, and I'm already one of those guys that
Yeah. You don't want to go to the doctor anyway.
you know.
You're not one of those guys. You're like
Yeah.
all the guys.
All the
Yeah,
guys.
All the
true.
men.
Exactly.
So, and it's gotten me in trouble.
Yes.
And but so finally last year, I'm like, now that I have some insurance, you know, I'm on the marketplace stuff. I was like, it's time to get like a doctor. Like,
Right.
So I'm like local, and I'm like, well, let's try the Davis Family
Yeah.
Center over there over
Yeah.
by Area 51. Love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I have doctors. It's a couple.
Yeah.
It's Tim and Bethany. And they're awesome. And they know me now. And my daughter goes there. And I'm like, and then now I have a level of comfort knowing that something's up. Something
Yeah.
feels a little
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can go there and we can talk about it.
I agree.
And I love that. And that's what you're doing for your,
I agree.
your
Yeah, and sometimes
people
I don't
too.
have as much time in the ER, but in certain situation, I make sure that I make that special time to go back.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times I'm delivering bad news, and I need to go back and make sure that I give that person that time to let that information marinate, and then, you know, have to ask questions and do whatever. And I do, even if I can't answer it, just to be there, right?
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes that's all people need.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So AI can try to replace that, but I don't think AI is going to replace that.
No, there's a lot that AI will never replace. It's going to replace a lot. It might change your business in other ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Administratively.
Right.
There's all kinds of things that
Right.
can benefit you.
Right.
Then some people lose
for
jobs
me, I'm
because
always-
of that.
Right.
But
I'm always like, can AI like hold my patient's hand and pray with them like I did last
Exactly.
week?
Right.
Like
Exactly.
they can't.
No.
So I mean,
you can't replace the human touch and feel.
no,
Yeah,
that's
so.
what I think, and that's what I think that we're missing. And so with our clinic, we really do try to push that. Like we are human. When you call, you talk to Melinda.
Yeah, and
Right?
I'm glad you brought that back because I felt bad. I'm not saying you sound like a robot, Melinda.
Stop. I'm fine with that.
See, listen to that voice; it's beautiful, but it's very.
Thank you.
When you call them, you're going to have a professional on the other line that's
Yes.
like very welcoming and warm. But you've probably answered the phone so many times it just comes out so naturally.
And
where it's
she's
like, is that a
so
recording?
great at dealing with
Yeah.
difficult issues. So nice.
I mean, you're on the
So-
front line, right?
I am
Front
the
line.
front line.
You're what's the term? The first impression. You're the. There's a term. Shoot. Like the person that runs the front desk is.
I'm the gatekeeper.
Well, there's that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she is.
For sure.
yeah.
Like I think I made we made a funny video where I'm like, hey, they say they want to talk to the manager, and she's like, but you're the owner. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but they want to talk to the manager. Like usually when I go to her with those things, I'm like, I don't know how to handle that situation in a nice, politically correct way, or
Yes, yes.
where I'm not gonna hurt someone's feelings, because she and I are a little bit different. I am very much of a problem solving. I'm trying to get to the solution, right?
And I'm wanting to hold hands. And
Like she's like,
But
I'm gonna
that's
guide
good,
them
it's
there.
a good combination to have.
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Electrical repair and installation specializes in both commercial and residential remodeling, service work, custom new construction, and standby generator installation. They are family men and women who treat all of their customers like family. There are no jobs too big or small, and they guarantee customer satisfaction every time. Contact Brock Williams at 901-334-7771. Electrical repair and installation, proudly serving the Mid-South for over 10 years.
When we brought on two other providers, Han and Courtney, excuse me, they have known Vivian in the medical realm for years. They share that same, so it doesn't matter if you're seeing Dr. Lowe, if you're seeing Han, or you're seeing Courtney. Courtney's a physician assistant. Han is a nurse practitioner. They all share that same thought
Vision.
of, yes.
Yeah.
Vision.
You're building a culture
Right.
in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
people there's so many people, and I mean, include my own family. They're like, dude, you should not pick family and friends, and like, and I'm like, I can't get away from them. Even Alana, our new esthetician, we are related to her.
Oh, really?
Vivian and I are related by marriage, and I laugh.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I laugh and tell people. They'll say, "I didn't know y'all were related."
Her
I go, "Can
mom-
you not see the resemblance?"
Her mom and
You both
my,
look very young.
Yes.
your mom and my husband's grandfather are brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Say that again?
Her mom and my husband's grandfather
Okay.
were my
Brother
mother,
and sister.
brother and sisters.
Wow.
So
that's
her
so
mother-in-law
cool.
is my first cousin.
And then
Very cool.
Alana is it's my second cousin.
Yes.
It's my
Yes.
second cousin.
How
Yes.
cool.
I know. And then like Han and Courtney, I pick up friends like that along the way, like where they're just, you just immediately kind of click. I can't say that about Han. I thought she didn't like me when I first met her. I thought Han didn't like me when I met her. So maybe it took a little bit with Han, but like Courtney, it
But
was
you
just
still
kinda-
hired her though, right?
Yeah.
I did, but like it's funny. It's one of those things. Like when you're in the ER in the medical setting, it is very much like that. I always call it kind of like the Serengeti. You have all these different people. You don't really know how to feel someone's out, and in the ER setting, like you gain respect by knowing your stuff. Like
Right.
you know what to do. You're on top of it. That's how you gain respect. Now there are plenty of drama in every work setting. In the ER is a little bit different. Like if you guys can, like, she and I can work in the ER. We might not like each other, but if we don't like someone together, we will band together to make sure that we, like,
This is
that's
like Game
how,
of Thrones type of
yeah,
stuff.
it's very much
Yes.
that, because you're
It, it sounds like high school.
well, sort of like, but it's a high adrenaline. It's high adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like you have so much emotions involved. It's always so busy
Yeah.
that that's the kind of environment. So like you guys we are also very tight too, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
I might not like her, but man, if someone did something to her,
She does like me.
She
but
loves
she's
you.
just
You know, Melinda.
I sound
And
like a
that's
robot, and she doesn't like me.
No.
and that's kind of how our clinic
Yes.
are very much like that.
Yeah.
Our clinic
Yes.
are very much like everyone that has made it here has proved themselves that they are here, and we are very much protective of each other in
Yes.
that light.
Yes. That's
cool.
And so like
Yes.
it is like a second family.
Yes. It's kind of like I didn't have sisters, I only had brothers. I could say something about them, but nobody else can. And that's kind of how we are.
Yeah.
We may, we don't always agree. Again, I have
We
a
felt like sisters, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we know that is the passion that we have behind, and
Right.
that's why when we disagree, we do. We're like, we will duke it out, and then the next day, we're like, we are who we are.
You can love someone and at times not like them.
Exactly. Exactly.
No matter what, our love
Exactly.
is there.
Sure.
It's definitely there.
But
So
we're also protective of each other. If a patient comes in, and I would say 99.5% of our patients are wonderful, friendly, loving,
Yes.
all of that, because we're not really in a medical situation where you see trauma or you see hard situations. Everybody's pretty happy.
Yeah.
They're looking for a little more happiness. But if we have that one patient that is difficult, we all, radar goes up and we're protective of each other. Like,
Yeah.
if they say something off the wall, I'm heading them out the door.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a team, right?
Yes. Yep.
It's a team effort. It's a team effort.
Right.
You need all of you to run
Absolutely.
this business and make things moving.
Right.
And you only have you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
Right.
Yep.
You know, so Melinda is the very first impression that you get. But then when you start working with Dr. Lowe and the other staff members, they have an opportunity to make that good first impression.
Yes.
And we're
it's-
not for
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Sometimes our first impression sucks.
Right.
And they don't like us.
I love
and we're
that.
okay.
I love that.
and
I love how candid you speak. It's
I was
awesome.
like, and
You fit
we're
right
okay
in
with
here.
that. Like,
Yes.
and we're okay with that because I do think that, a doctor-patient relationship, any relationship is just that. Like, you guys have to be comfortable with each other and have to like each other, and you got to be comfortable because things are being done. So
Right.
if we are not that space for you, I'm perfectly okay with that. I just always ask everyone, even if we're not the place for them, go seek out professional people and go seek out legit treatment
Right.
for the things that you're searching. Don't go on TikTok, Instagram, because everyone is a professional
Yes.
now, right?
Oh,
Like,
everybody.
everyone
Yes.
offer medical advice. Like, I was
Everybody.
listening to TikTok. I'm like, man, this girl is offering this really great medical advice. Like, what does she do? And at the end of her video, she said, now, I'm not a doctor or a nurse or in the medical field. I just know.
Yeah. Look, my,
Like, I mean, that could be legit, right?
Yeah.
Like, you do enough research where you know. But you're offering advice to 3 million followers
yeah,
And
it's dangerous.
Somebody may
Right?
take that advice that,
and run with it.
right.
I mean, I like having a human to the point where a non-medical side of things, but I was with Geico Insurance forever.
Yeah.
Forever. They were fine. All good. Geico, thumbs up.
Yeah.
But now my daughter was getting old or older, so now she has a license, she has a car, she needs insurance. I'm like, I don't know how any of this works.
I want to
I
talk
want
to
to talk
someone.
to somebody. So I switched over to my buddy, Brandon Vandenberg at Shelter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I trust him.
Yeah.
He's my buddy. I will listen to everything you tell me, Brandon.
Right.
What do we need to do next?
can
Where do
pick
I
up the phone and
sign?
call him.
I can call. I could text him.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. All right. So let's do a rundown. Like when someone like myself needs to look prettier, and I want to go to Afterglo, and I just see you on Facebook. I'm going to call. So
Yeah.
I know I get you, Melinda. So. You're the first line here. How are you going to handle this new customer coming
Well,
in?
generally, we have people who call who know exactly what they want. They may have been somewhere else and found out about us, and they've been getting Botox, somewhere else, and they want to come to us. They know that they want Botox, so we'll make that appointment. However, the people who aren't really sure and they want to see what all we do, we offer a consultation. I say it's basically a free consultation. We charge for that consultation, but if you have something done that day, we don't charge. If you pay for your consultation and within a couple of months you decide you want to have something done, we deduct that $75 from whatever service you have done. So the consultation gives the providers a way to sit and find out, are their goals realistic?
It goes back to everything we just talked
Yes,
about.
yes.
Is this a good fit?
Right.
Yeah.
And we may have, or they may offer 3 solutions to what this patient is looking for in 3 different price ranges. We also have to know, what's your budget? I mean, especially people who don't know the aesthetics business, they may think they can come in and get Botox for $50.
Right.
That's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So we have to, the consultation helps set the expectations, helps them see what the realistic cost can be. And it's not a one-time thing. You don't get Botox or filler and go the rest of your life and everything, so
you have to educate them on,
Right.
This is what Botox really does and
Right,
is, and
right.
here's, the amount of time it takes for it to kick in. You're just educating them on the
Yeah.
little things.
Generally, at least once, maybe twice a day, you'll hear me up front saying, now, I'm not the medical one, so
Or
I
a
can't.
robot.
Yeah, or a robot. But, they'll start asking me questions. Well, does this work? And I'll have to say, your best option is to come in for a consultation, let them meet with you, talk with you, get to know a little bit about what your goals are. And then at that point, we set the appointment. And like Vivian said, we're not for everybody. And I was in sales all my life. I learned early on that, when you walk into a client's office, you read the room. If there are pictures on the wall of their family, of their dogs and all that, their team, you can start that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who have no pictures whatsoever, and it's business, only business. Same way with our patients. They come in, some patients don't want to chit-chat. They want to get it done and get out the door. Yeah. Some patients want to stay in the room for a while and then sit up front for a while and talk with me, and we're good with that too.
Look, now that I have hair again, when I go to Supercuts, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Sorry, I don't want to be rude.
Right.
I just want to shut my eyes and relax.
That's your time for you. Yes.
And we have patients like that, and we're really good. We're really good with that. Like, I mean, now that we have HRT and like our wellness branch, we have patients that just want to come in, get their labs done, and go on their way, and that's perfectly fine too. But I think with like some of these consultations, like I think our patients do get annoyed. Like, I mean, we are a medical office, so I have to ask about history. I have to ask what you're taking, and all those things are to protect our patients, right? So sometimes they do get annoyed because they've been to other places. They're like, they didn't care anything about that, right? But if something happens to you,
we have this in your best interest here.
Right. And so sometimes we do ask that. So they do get a little bit annoyed with that. And with the wellness, I mean, I even go more in depth, right? Like, family history. Hey, what are you taking right now? What are dosages are you taking? What is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're concerning about? Hey, you have this medical condition. What are we doing about that? I mean, like, again, that just go back to the fact that at the end of the day, I am a physician. Right. I'm doing it for my patient's best interest. I'm also doing it for me because that's literally what I do.
Your license is on the line.
Right. So,
you got to protect yourself.
Right. So that's why I'm always like,
you can't be willy-nilly and just injecting people left and right.
And that's what that is one of the things that irks me about this industry is that there's not a lot of oversight. So we have a lot of competition, and I think we talked about that during the last time I sat down with you. We have a lot of competitions, but they don't do it the way that I do it, And so I have no qualms about some of my patients, the one that we're not for, they go to those clinics. But if something happens, like you got to know that, hey, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's probably situations where they're buying snake oil, right?
Right. Absolutely. Hey, it didn't work. Hey, I went and got Botox there. It didn't work. Hey, I got fillers there, but I'm not sure what I got, so it didn't work.
Or can you fix, you're asking this physician to fix something that she has no idea what somebody injected in your face, don't know what caused whatever problem you have, but they want her to fix somebody else's
that's where the internal conflict comes from me. Like, the salty part of me is like, I didn't do it.
You're not salty, are you?
She's not.
Well, sometimes I'm like, well, I didn't do it.
I get more salty.
I wouldn't mess with you.
Right. And then,
I've learned now. I just can tell. I would not cross Dr. Vivian Lowe.
And then the other part of me, I'm like, okay, but I can't let her walk around looking like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like her eyebrow, like I gotta fix it.
Something's wrong here.
Yeah, right. So I was like, so that's always the conflict that I have. Yeah. So and then we go back to what we say the best, right? Like do the right thing. Like, so the right thing is for me to do the best that I can to help her fix this. And in the medical world, that means that I inherited her. Now she's mine.
Yeah.
All of her problems.
I'm going to take care of you now.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
something Vivian has always said from day one is you have one face. Are you
I have two chins, but one face. Can you do something about that?
Yes,
Derrick, stop eating
can.
McDonald's. There's your first note.
But I mean,
you're right.
If that's what you're looking for, you get what you pay for. But I'm not going to trust this, that the only one I have, to somebody that's not going to go by the rules, and do what's right. Because if they mess up,
yeah, and it's right there.
And now
unless you're are you going to wear a mask to cover these things?
Right.
No,
and
you're
right
there.
It's
in
spread
front.
like one face, one life. Right now, people are injecting peptides,
inside.
Compounded GLPs, testosterone off the black market into their. I mean, now it is expanded. Like that's why, like we've expanded our service. I'm like, dude, you were like talking to no one and had no labs done, and you just buying testosterone.
And what you said earlier before we started is so true. People will do all that. I mean, putting unknown possible poisons inside of them, but they won't eat a trans fat or I need sugar free.
Yes,
red dye. I can't.
I don't do the red dye. I don't eat the red dye.
I can't do this. It's not organic. And but that GLP compounded is organic.
You have no idea what it was.
He just got off of Jim Bob from the Square out of his trunk.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, those are the things that's like it is scary to me, because it's like, man, if you're willing to do that, how far are you willing to go? Like, it's a slippery slope. When something happens, where does that level of responsibility comes back to?
Yeah, and it shows they're desperate for something. Well, why are you so desperate? Like, let's get to the root.
Right. And that's what
mentally and emotionally.
And
why are you in such a place where you're willing to?
And a lot of times in our conversation, like that 15-minute consultation, I'm like, hey, it really stems from this. And she's like, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like, I am not doing that. And so I think that just having that conversation is very important.
Yes.
I would say there's a lot of physicians out there that know that they're doing too much facelifting and work to, like, some of these celebrities.
Absolutely.
Oh.
But they do it anyway.
Right. It's called, and for us, it's restraints. That's what we call it.
Because there's some people out there that look.
Right. Being a great provider.
Aliens,
Being a great provider doesn't mean that, hey, I know how to do all these things and I can do all these things. Absolutely. That makes you a great provider. The flip side of that is knowing when to stop.
Yes.
And knowing when to say no, right?
Yeah,
Because you can always know how, you can always sell a syringe. You can always sell a package. But for us at Aftrglo, if I sell you that package, and yes, sure, I made that money, right? Pocket that money. But if it did not change anything for you, and you did not benefit from it, then what are we doing?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you stole my
then
money.
I got you one time, right? Like I got you one time and you're never going to come back again. And that's why we have so much recurring customer, is because they know that we're not going to sell them something that we don't need. We practice restraints if we don't think that they need it, and we know when to stop. Hey, it's time for us to try something else, because this for you isn't working for you anymore. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the flip side of what you're saying. It's like, not only you have the skills, you have to have the restraints to match it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get patients talking to me up front all the time about, well, my husband doesn't really want me to do this because he thinks I'm going to look like, one of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
First, let me explain.
Some guys too, like,
oh yeah,
I mean,
yes.
Keith Urban's starting to look a little weird.
Yes.
Kenny Rogers looked very weird. I mean, there's some of the fellas out there too.
Yes. And I mean, there are people who will continue to give you whatever you want as long as you're paying for it. We are so conservative. Lip filler, for instance. I will admit right here that I have lip filler. No one knows it because I didn't want great big lips. I just needed a little bit. But they weren't going to like pump in a whole syringe and go, okay, look.
Yeah,
we start slow. And sometimes people are like, well, that's not it. I said, you know what? Come back in 2 weeks and then we'll look, and if you want more, we can add more. It's a whole lot to add. I mean, it's a whole lot easier to add a little more than it is to take it out if you've got too much.
Sometimes you can't undo it.
Yeah,
right.
And that's medicine. You can't undo. Like, you can start someone on a low dose blood pressure medication. You can always add more in 2 weeks. But you start someone on 40 and their blood pressure bottoms out, and now they're going to the ER.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I always, our goal, I mean, even my whole career, I've always been, hey, start slow. Start at the lowest, whatever. We can always tweak it, and we can always add more. Sometimes less is more.
Right.
You don't need to.
Sure.
You don't need to have 8,000 facelift and 20 syringes when you don't need it. Right.
Yeah.
Like, put the filler where it needs to go, and have the effects that he wants to have, instead of just keep adding.
I mean, it sounds like it can turn into like a drug addiction for some.
It does.
Oh, absolutely.
It does.
I mean, beauty and like chasing the trend, right? It's an addiction. Chasing. Hey, everybody's on the GLP-1. Let me get on one. Hey, everybody's losing weight. Let me get on one. Right. But at the end,
I'll be the first one to admit that's enticing to me.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, man, I wish, I don't exercise and eat right, but boy, that shot looks pretty inconvenient.
That magic pill.
Convenient
yes.
and convenience and not having to think about it, right? Hey, if I don't have to change any, but that's the funny thing you said that's why so many people can't get off of it, because hey, if I get off of it, all my weight's going to come back. And when someone tells me that, it tells me that this shot is changing the trajectory of that patient's health in no distance at all, because of the fact that they haven't changed anything about their real life, right?
Yeah, they haven't changed the foundation of the problem.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. Like, if you're going to get on it, make sure you take your if you're going to be on a GLP-1, you want to make sure that you have adequate protein intake. You want to make sure that you're increasing your activity. You want to make sure that you're changing your diet, because you can eat past, like, the first generation Wegovy, you can eat past. It's supposed to suppress your appetite. You can eat past that.
And then it doesn't.
You just feel really sick.
It doesn't work.
You feel really sick, and you
miserable.
eat past that, right? Yeah. So sooner or later, if you continue to do that, it's just not going to work anymore.
Right.
I can fall into these traps myself. Well, once I get on the shot and I lose 50 pounds, then I'll be more motivated to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm sure in your field too, people are like, man, once I look a little prettier in their eyes, then I'll be happier. And that's not always the case.
That's not the case.
And a lot of aesthetic businesses are reaping the benefits of the GLP-1s. You hear about Ozempic face, because people lose.
They're doing too much.
And they don't, like Dr. Lowe was saying, they don't change their protein intake. So all of a sudden they've got all this sagging, and then they need filler. They need Botox, because now they've got another problem.
It's a snowball effect.
It is.
Yeah, it's a very slippery slope.
So I tell patients all the time. I tell my husband all the time, who says, why do you do whatever you do? I say, you know what? I'm doing this for me, not for anybody else. I know good and well I'm not going to look like I did when I was 20 years old. I just want to look the best I can look at this age. And 10 years from now, I want to look the best I can at that age, which will be 49.
Absolutely.
Do you have any guys that go to y'all?
Women. And I was hoping that this, like, a whole wellness branch will bring in some of that, because one of the biggest complaint that we ever hear from our male client is like, hey, I'm getting testosterone therapy, but I feel like I'm going through like a cattle line. Like, I just sign my name in. No one really knows my name. They're not really checking my labs on a regular basis. I just go and they get my shot, and then I'm out the door. At the beginning I felt good, but now I just don't know what's going on, because I haven't had my labs checked, and I keep going and I tell them how I feel, but they're like, here's another shot. So I think that we can do that a little bit different.
So you do testosterone?
We do testosterone. We do pellets. We do, and obviously I can prescribe cream, gel, whatever it is that needed. So yeah, we do we do hormone replacement therapy. Pellets are easy, just because you put it in and then you forget about it.
What's a pellet? What is that?
Pellets is like you literally a little thing about this big. It goes right into your butt cheeks. And it has testosterone, estrogen, whatever it is that you need in it, and there's just slow release.
Oh, is it injected into your skin?
Right in your butt cheek.
Yeah.
And it stays there, or is it like?
And it stays there, and it's just kind of dissolvable. It's like a dissolvable product.
The men are twice a year.
Men is
Women
a lot
are
easier.
4 times a year.
Yep.
For testosterone?
For the pellet.
For the pellet.
Yeah.
Oh, so
now you have
gotcha.
cream.
So
you
it's
have
less
shot-
visits. It's designed so you don't have to go as much.
Yeah, like because there's so many formulations, right? So you can have shots, right? A lot of people don't like the shots, so you can do cream, which could be once a week.
Mm-hmm.
People that like the patch, but some patients find that they like the cream better. There's gel, and then there's pellets.
Mm-hmm. Do you take insurance?
We
or?
don't take
We don't.
insurance, but the flip side of us not taking insurance is that we're able to do all these things pretty quickly, right? Like we're able to do all these things quickly. I am not bound by the fact that, hey, if this is a new patient, is this a moderate sort of I know him patient? I can take as much time as I want to be in a visit with someone. We have all these options. I can contact a compound pharmacy to find exactly what we need. So I think that it does give us some of that leeway. And, of course, some people like to use their insurance. Absolutely. Go to the place where you can, I mean, again, we're not for everyone. I know that this model is a little bit different, but I have insurance. Sometimes I feel like my insurance is not all it cracks up to be.
Yeah, we had a long discussion about
definitely is
insurance
not.
before we
Yeah,
started.
like, sometimes that creates a barrier too. So like right now, for instance, in female replacement therapy, right? Hormone replacement therapy. So they just lifted the restrictions where you can now get on hormone replacement therapy. The restriction was the recommendation that hey, if you get on hormone replacement therapy as a female, it increases your risk of having blood clots. It increases your risk of having cancer. And so a lot of women were not on it. So my grandmother, my mom, now they're being called the lost generation, right? Because of that recommendation, they were never really been exposed to hormone replacement therapy. And as a matter of fact, in medical school, we weren't really even taught that. Right. But now that the restrictions is lifted off, because more and more studies have come out to show that if you actually start hormone replacement therapy as a female at the right time, right, either perimenopausal or within 5-year menopause, you have all these added benefits. Heart protective, delaying the risk of dementia, right? Bone health. So, I see a lot of elderly patients.
Bone density.
Bone density. It
right?
actually prevent
Yes.
osteoporosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like you're accelerating bone loss when your estrogen goes down. If you actually replace it, you delayed that acceleration, right? Elderly female that goes into the ER because they have a UTI. Hormone replacement therapy can help with that. So, that's why I say that, I feel like they were trying to hold us back with this restriction. And now they
They didn't
need
hold
us.
you all back.
Now they need us, and they're like, let's lift this restriction off, So I do think, I think that now, and insurance will not cover for that because of that restriction. There was no recommendation on the dosage of testosterone you should give a female. There's no dosage of those medication, and so insurance was not covering. So if you ask me, the female that was the trailblazer that was starting on hormone replacement therapy, let's say 10 years ago, they were paying all of those out of pocket.
Really? Okay.
Right? But paying those out of pocket and having that benefit of 20 or 30 years of heart protective, stroke prevention, bone health, delaying dementia.
And just feeling better.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that lost generation. I want to feel my best, till I am 60, till I'm 70. When I'm falling, I want to make sure that, my risk of getting a fracture is delayed. I want to feel well. I don't want to have all the hot flashes.
Right.
I don't want to have the brain fog. I want my mind to be as sharp as my body, hopefully, when I'm at that age. You guys are not going to hold us back anymore.
No more. I wasn't. I wasn't the problem.
It was not Derrick.
Wow. Well, is there anything we're missing? I'm so much to talk about, but before we wrap up here, there's a last words or a message that you want to send to the community here about what you offer and what you can do and anything we're missing.
I want to thank our community.
Okay.
We wouldn't be
Yes.
here without
Right.
them. And that's why we're still, from day one, every single project or every single donation that we make benefit our community and they are organization in the community. Palmer Home, I still go to that every single year.
Do you know Annabelle?
No, I know Jessica.
Okay.
And Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah. Those are the ones that we work with. So we do Palmer Home. The last couple of years, we've been with the SPG with their gala. I think this year our donation.
What's SPG?
The Southern Pediatric Group. They have a gala. This year they built a STEM lab, so my children is going to benefit from it.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, yes, absolutely.
No, what's her? How do you?
Pescicleo?
Is
she Italian?
I think so.
Yes. We're French. And
she's been on the show, and then I had her.
She's great.
And then I had her, Kim Daly, and Heather Reese on after their first gala.
Yes.
That raised a ton of money. The second one did too.
So the first one was what?
The church
yard.
The sensory.
They did the
park.
The sensory park for children.
Yes.
So this year is the STEM lab. So as long as Jennifer's going to do it, I told her that we're in.
But that's
Jennifer Pacilio.
We totally butcher her.
Sorry,
and
Jennifer.
I have my last name's butchered, so I'm very sensitive about butchering names.
But yeah, so we participate in that. We have done this year we did junior auxiliary.
Yes.
So yeah, every single project that we pick, we want to make sure that our donation and whoever's going to benefit it stay in the community, because we are benefiting from the community. We're only here because of our community. So we want to make sure that every project that we pick goes back to the community. Yeah. And so we're here because we want to make sure our community is healthy. They're not doing things that are, dangerous to their health. We want to make sure that they look good. They feel good.
And I think Hernando is it's a unique community, and
for sure.
Very, very, like you said, Kim Daly. I mean, my gosh, she's everywhere and involved in everything. And it is business owners in Hernando tend to want to give back. And from day one, Vivian was like, I want anything we do from our sign in
even
front
our
of
vendors.
Our vendors. She was like, find somebody locally that makes the sign. So we found somebody local.
Look, relatively speaking, Hernando is a small city.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there's a lot of high dollar businesses that thrive here.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
usually that's usually not the way. That's not the mix.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kim Daly, if you're not familiar, City Hall Cheesecake, Heather Reese, Mississippi Eats.
Yes.
You see these businesses, when they're front facing on all the main streets here.
Yes.
You see them all the time. You're probably eating their food. Yes. But you might not know the people behind it and the owners. And among so many other businesses, like Tina Tatum.
Absolutely.
She left Hernando a little bit, Coffee Central's gone, but she's a juggernaut.
Yes.
All women, by the way. Did you see that? Did you notice that? Did you see the trend there?
And they're trying to hold us back.
They weren't held back at all. My God. But outstanding. I love being here too. I will say DeSoto County only has one awesome podcast studio, right?
Only one.
And where is it?
Right here.
Hernando.
And it's a great studio, too.
Yeah, and to Kim Daly and Tina Tatum and so many others that have sponsored this podcast, too, that have given back to me because of what this can do for businesses and people like yourself, So, I've been in the mix. I've been in the heart of what you're all saying.
Absolutely.
This Hernando community and this business community here is awesome. We got a great chamber.
Yeah. Awesome chamber.
Siboney Swatzina. That's a name right there. Swatzina.
Little known fact, Sabrina was Sabrina Swatzina before she married.
And who's Sabrina again?
She's our LPN, our nurse.
Oh, okay.
She was a Swatzina, and we laughed because she was Sabrina Swatzina.
Ooh, that's a mouthful. Sabrina Swatzina. Wow. And when I first met Siboney, I was like, in my head, she doesn't seem like a Swatzina. She's the most Southern Belle lady you'll ever meet.
Always have the cutest clothes.
And the clothes.
Yes, always have the cutest clothes.
Cowgirl boots. And
always have the cutest
she looks like she needs to be at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes.
And she will fit right in.
She's kind of like Vivian. I've never seen her wear the same thing twice.
Oh, there you go. That
Vivian
closet's
walks
huge,
in the office
isn't it?
and we're like, she looks great.
Yeah.
I try.
This is the rare shirt that isn't black and it's dark gray. my closet's just all black shirts, But very cool. It's good, doing this with y'all again and seeing you all again.
Great seeing you
catching
too.
up.
Proud of what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Thank you. We're trying to survive too over here. It's not easy, as you all know too.
Right.
All the things that we were saying about the community and how awesome it is, and it is. But support local, because it doesn't take much for a mom and pop, if you will, to
go down.
Right.
down.
Yeah.
Right. Especially in an economy that starts to take a turn.
The
then
gas is doubled. I don't want to go to
don't
these
even go
places,
there.
but it's brutal,
Yes.
and it's tough out there. Again, I'll use Kim Daly as an example. After COVID, when things were really just out of whack, she brought. I didn't have this perspective. You would think, well, how does that hurt a cheesecake business? Well, when eggs quintuple in price, well, guess what's one of the main ingredients in cake? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
yeah. So you don't even realize how businesses are affected by economies and
Well,
this,
and
that,
to
and the
that
other.
point, we have people who, a lot of people call and want to know what's your price of Botox. So we say, well, regular price is $13 a unit, but we have a special every third Thursday of the month called Botox and Bubbly. We'll offer you a glass of bubbly. We don't judge day drinkers.
I've seen that cooler.
And on that day, it's $11 a unit. That has not changed since we opened. But the price of all of everything that we use in our business has gone up, but we've tried to keep our prices consistent.
We haven't increased our prices.
And we don't increase at all. And people are like, oh, well, I can get it cheaper. Yeah, you can, but you might not be getting the real thing, because I'm telling you.
And that's great of you all to do that.
Yes.
A lot of the food businesses out there, they're stuck.
they're
They
struggling.
have to raise prices.
Right.
Heather's put posts out there. Heather Reese from Mississippi Eats, like, listen, y'all, I know things have gone up here, but here's why. She's super transparent about the costs and the
But I think
chicken coming in now. Look at the price
look,
I'm paying
I don't
per
care
pound
how
now.
much. I don't care how much her chicken salad, Waldorf chicken salad, goes up. I'm buying it.
It's delicious.
I put in a reply to, I remember that post, and I think I replied down that I think that everyone needs to remember that when we pay for something, we're not just paying for the product. Like for us, right? Specifically for us, like when they pay for the product, are they paying for the Botox, or are they paying for me? Right. When you're buying that chicken salad from Heather, I'm paying for Heather's skills.
Right.
Yes. The value. Yeah.
Right. The value in that. Like how great it is when I have that at lunch when I'm at work,
Right.
Hey, you're paying for Courtney, me, everyone here at Aftrglo, like our skills. Like, yeah, you can buy the product. I can give you a bottle of Botox. Like
you're paying for the expertise.
Right.
Yeah.
Heather can give you a chicken. Like, can you make her chicken salad?
No,
No,
I cannot.
Absolutely.
I wish
So
I
I think
could.
that's what people are forgetting sometimes. It's like, well, I'm paying for this product. It's cheaper for me to get it there. Sure, you can go get it cheaper somewhere else. But, do you know the person that's injecting you? Do you know the person that's making your chicken salad? Do you know the person that's making your City Hall cheesecake?
Yeah.
Do you know if those people are contributing back to the community that you live in and that your child is in? So that's what I always look at. Like,
and are there ingredients quality? I mean, people don't
what is
understand.
the quality of the products?
Yeah.
When
we give you, or when y'all inject Botox, like you said, it's your years and years of not only school, but she doesn't sleep at all.
I do sleep.
I doubt it.
She does
you just
not.
You feel like a ball of energy.
You, Derrick, I wake up in the morning to get ready for work, and I'm scrolling, and there are like 3 text messages from 2:45, 3:30, 4:15.
I just have this idea.
But this is what
Here
I'm
it is.
thinking.
And
it's not just a short little text. I mean, she
But it's
took
like what
3
I'm
hours
thinking.
to do that.
Like, hey,
her mind is constantly. But it's not just that. There's syringes. There's alcohol swipe. All those little bitty things that go into the cost. Same thing with chicken salad. You can buy, a cheaper version of mayonnaise or whatever. But
the quality.
If you want the quality to stay where it is,
look, Area 51 ice cream could buy blackberries from any place.
Absolutely.
Right. But no, they go to Cedar Hill Farms.
Yeah.
Or at least they used to.
Yes.
They've changed. I don't know. Okay.
They still do, yeah.
Shout out to Robert
Derrick,
Foster, too.
Now I
Cedar
want to
Hill
run by City Hall Cheesecake.
Yeah.
But
Mississippi
I mean, that's the thing.
and Area 51 when
I think
leave
that's
here.
what's so great about our community is that like all of us have the same vision of that we want whatever it is that we do to thrive here because we want all of the goodness that comes from it to stay here.
Yeah. And look, I can speak for all my clients who are local. I just put my daughter through senior year of high school, not cheap.
Yeah.
You're right.
So guess what you helped me pay for?
Yeah.
You know, at what school? Hernando High School.
Yeah.
And my kids
which
are going to the
supports
STEM
school,
club.
you know,
They're going to benefit from the STEM lab at the intermediate school that the gala just funded, right? I mean, those are the things that we don't think about when we support local business. And I do think that we as a community, I think we're doing great as a community. You know, we can. I always keep that in the back of my mind. If I'm buying someone a gift, I'm going to the cupboard. You know, if I'm doing any sort of cookies for our events, we're going to Kim. You know, so yeah,
they do cookies as well.
Who, Kim Bailey?
City Hall.
They make
they're beautiful.
Yeah, you can in businesses go. I know. I know
we make
Kim well.
Our birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
And she does syringes.
Yeah.
And they're so cute.
She can put a graphic on any cookie, any graphic on cookies for businesses.
So yes,
and stuff.
I think that for us, we always want to end with the fact that we want to thank our community. We wouldn't be here without them.
That's awesome. I love where this conversation is going. I want to keep it going a little bit because this podcast is called The Real Hernando, right?
Right.
But I spotlight people throughout the county, you know, good people, good businesses, leaders, nonprofits. But right now we're talking specific Hernando, which I love.
Yes.
And I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to the people that want to complain on Facebook.
Yeah,
and
sure.
How detrimental you can be
to
a small business. And if you have a problem, go to the person, go to the manager.
Right.
You don't have to. We don't need to be blasting people.
No.
You know, and then because the court of public opinion is you're guilty now. All of a sudden, that business is, I'm never going there again.
Right.
And a lot of the restaurants sometimes will get that, and it's just like, come on, y'all. Like,
yes.
You know,
and everybody has a bad day.
Yes.
You may go in a restaurant and you don't know what happened. Maybe 4 people didn't show up in the kitchen that day, and they're behind.
But I don't know. For me, I have a little different perspective on that.
Okay.
Like, I think that anyone can sing, but they cannot sing without an audience. So when someone posts something bad about a business or whatever else, those trolls that are like, oh, I went there too and I had the same bad experience, don't give them an audience. You know, why do we have to even participate in that kind of, if there is no response and if there is no, why are we participating in that?
So you mean like, the people that then
like
pile on and comment?
Well, because I feel like I can't control what someone posts about us.
No,
right?
You can't control.
But what I can control is how I'm going to react.
Respond.
And that's how I am with
see.
life.
That's
how I am with life.
And
like
it's true,
when someone posts something bad about somebody, right?
And that
like,
other person,
exactly.
the victim of that blaming comes in.
Right.
Yes.
I have that perfect
Gotcha.
example where like I mean, you know who I'm talking about. They posted something bad about his business. And I say, for me, I'm like, I don't know your experience, but I know mine.
Yeah.
Mine is that he's always kind. He's always helpful. He's a part of this community for years now. So I don't know about your experience. I'm sorry if that really happened to you.
Out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we should be as a community. Like,
unfortunately, the negative just is a stronger magnet.
Right. But I mean, but we also have
social
to,
media has created
but we
this.
also have to keep in mind that, like, okay, there's only 19,000 people in Hernando. Okay, when you have 27,000 people in a Facebook group, some of those people don't live here.
They don't
Right.
live here.
So, like, are we going to allow people that are not part of this Serengeti to come in and break us down?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, I think that for us, we know what each other is like. We all have a bad day, you know? And even for us, if somebody posted about us, I'm always like, hey, we can't control what they say, but we can control our narrative, you know? And so I think that if we don't give these people an audience and we don't sit there and all pile on and add on wood to this fire,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
we can put it out very quickly. We can talk about our experience with that certain place.
Right.
Like, you know, I am the first to say that, like, hey, if it's a bad experience, fine. Like, they probably had a bad day, you know? You know,
Give
in the
them
food
another
industry,
chance.
how much are those people getting paid to serve you food at Wendy's?
Exactly. The
right?
example in my mind, again, I don't want to name names of businesses either, but it's a local restaurant.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that person that blew up
Yeah.
everything, this is a couple years ago. It was a big deal. If that person would have just gone to the business and met with the manager and worked it all out, there's a good chance that complainer would have got a gift card or something.
Absolutely, because
Yes.
we're all that type of people. We're all like, we're part of this community.
Right.
We all feel bad.
Right.
We are all self-reflective.
We need to keep everyone in check. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But, face to face, people. Let's don't be keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot easier for them. They don't
100%.
want that
Courage
confrontation.
behind it, right.
But for me, it's not. Instead of seeing it as a confrontation, right? See it as a conversation. Hey, I know I come here every week, and you guys have been serving me food every week. My today's experience was not that, and I just want you to know about it because I'm going to continue to come here though. I want you to know I'm going to continue to come here because I live here. I mean, that's just a conversation.
And I think most business owners want to hear that.
We want that.
So we can improve.
And the owner doesn't know sometimes even anything happened.
Right.
Because they're trying to trust their employees and their servers or the front desk people, their Melindas. Right. So that's when the people go really scorched earth when they start judging the character of the business owner or something. It's just like
they make it personal when it doesn't have to be.
And there's a chance the business owner can't be in every aspect of it and all day, every day, looking over the shoulders of every employee. So, like you said, Melinda, that owner absolutely wants that feedback because that person's going to want to talk to the person and the employee and fix it.
And if there's something we're doing wrong and we're not aware of it, we're not going to be able to fix it.
But we are people too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people forget that we are people too. Just because you own a business and you put yourself out there doesn't mean that you're not someone, right? Yeah. Like, if I want to go have a drink at the parish on the weekend, okay, I don't have a Botox bottle in my purse and I'm not about to inject someone at the bar. I can have a drink, right? If I'm on the baseball field, like, I don't need to see your rash right now.
People come up to you like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously.
Like, hey, I want to.
Gross.
What do you think? What do you think about this?
Oh,
hey,
gross.
I want to talk to you. But we are people too, and so I mean, it's like, yes, we own businesses. We want to know how well our business is doing, but at the same time, you don't have to make it personal. Whatever that day or whatever that experience was, and if that gone wrong, that doesn't mean that we're bad people.
Right. And every day it's not like that.
And every day it's not the same. And we are allowed to have bad days too. I say that to my medical students all the time. I'm like, you are allowed to have a bad day. You just, unfortunately, in the medical world, you just have to be able to separate yourself. And if you're no longer to do that, then you can't be here treating someone else.
Right. Yeah.
Because your patient is relying on you. So in my business is a little bit different, but like with Aftrglo, I mean, once we close that door, my patients can still get a hold of me. Absolutely. Like any time of the day. Like sometimes I talk to people at 3:00 in the morning on Facebook, like they really want to know about filler at 3:00. I guess I will oblige.
It's keeping them up at night.
Yeah, like if I'll oblige.
So like Melinda said, you don't sleep.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes I'm
Are
at
you
work.
a vampire?
Sometimes I'm at work, so I'm like, okay, I'll answer, but we are people too,
Right.
Sometimes I do sleep. I do go on vacation. It might take me a little time to get back to you, but we do get back. But yeah, I do think that if we don't give those keyboard warriors
Fuel.
an audience.
Right, the fuel.
Yeah, an audience.
And I will say,
there would not be any.
In that respect, Vivian is probably better than I am at taking, if someone says something negative or had a bad experience or whatever, I take it personally. And I want to.
You want to fight back?
Yes.
That's human nature.
It is. And Vivian is very good about, you know what? Let's step back and think about it.
Take a breath.
I was like, maybe it is a bad day. Maybe we
do need to work on that.
Maybe we need to work on that. You know, I mean, I think all of us, all the business owners that I've ever met in our community, they've always been very retrospective. If I ever told any of them that we are unhappy or if we need something to be done, they are so reactive and so responsive that, I mean, these keyboard warriors can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, man, we're still thriving. People still want to move here, and people still want to want to here.
Things are really fixing to change.
Yeah, right. I mean, people.
Delta Landing's coming, and that whole stretch of Mackinville between Byhalia and 269. I mean, that's
just in 10
all kinds
years,
of stuff. Yeah,
that side of Hernando.
How do you feel about it? Do you like it getting so big?
Yeah.
You do like the expansion?
I'm here for it.
You're here for the long haul.
Yeah.
I have a mixed feel.
I moved here because I like Hernando for what it is, and I would understand people don't want it to change because it will bring other issues.
Yeah,
true.
But also bring benefits, you know.
right.
But I'm here for it, and I'm so glad I'm here. I'm glad I got grandfathered into the somewhat more affordable apartment rates because now moving here today is a whole different than 4 or 5 years ago when I moved here.
Yes.
So now my rent is at a different marketplace, you know. So I'm just happy that I was able to sneak in.
Yes.
You know, and now that I'm here. Like I love Hernando.
Yes.
Hopefully someday I can buy. Who knows? You know. But Delta Landing, I mean, let's go. I'm ready for it. YMCA, come on.
The lazy river. My kids are so excited about lazy river.
Yeah, lazy. You had me at lazy.
That's what my daughter said. My daughter was like, I am so ready for a lazy river.
Well, excellent. I just had to get all of that off my chest.
There you go.
Thank you.
We're here for it, Derrick.
Yes. Yes.
And we're here for you. Right. So I hope a lot of people learned more about what y'all do. Go check them out again. Aftrglo Medical Aesthetics, AftrgloHernando.com, AFTRGLO. You're on Monteith. What's the specific address?
1150 Suite 101. We're in between J. Cox Orthodontics and the Children's Dental Clinic.
Okay. And Aesthetics 101.
Yes.
That's easy to remember, right?
Yeah. Give me a call.
Yes, call Melinda at 662-403-4561.
That's it.
I promise you it's not a recording. So thanks again, y'all, for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having us.
You got it, and we'll do it again. Okay?
Great.
And to you watching and listening, thanks for hanging. If you made it this far, you deserve an award. You know? So that's why we saved the rant for the end. But therealhernando.com, that's your one-stop shop. You can find our links to Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Scroll down back several pages in the archives, and you'll see my first interview with Dr. Vivian Lowe, and you'll get way more history on how she came to be and how she turned into a vampire. And no. So thanks again for hanging and watching and listening, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you.